Well, good evening and welcome to High School Sports 2000. This is Jim Sainsbury along with Jess Medina to bring you tonight's 101st meeting between the Moline Maroons and the Rock Island Rocks. Head coaches are Dan McGuire for Moline, Vic Boblet for Rock Island, and the touring cost was won and Moline will receive. Rock Island will kick off. And we're about ready to go with tonight's lineups, and we'll take a break and be back with you with those. Both teams getting ready to come out onto the field for tonight's kickoff. And that's being brought to you by the Quad City Sports Connection, your monthly news publication. Well, just moments away from tonight's first kickoff. And it's going to be Jason Amble with the kickoff, number 49. Camilla waiting back for tonight's kick, and we're underway. It's Camilla up to about the 35, well, up to the 41-yard line, so great return by Matt Camilla early in tonight's game. First play of the game on the kickoff, Matt Camilla with about a 22-yard kickoff return. First and 10 from the 41-yard line.
Well, actually, that was too bad because he ran into his own man on the run back.
Yeah, I did. Otherwise, I think he might have broken it as he has done in the past. He's very, very fast. Good thing for the Maroons tonight. Jay Molina underneath center. There was a question if he would even be able to play tonight. He'll take the ball in the first play, and he'll gain about 3 yards. So second down and 10. A surprise, Jess. We heard that all evening long that Molina was probably not going to start, and he surprises everybody.
Well, he's a tough kid, and I'm sure he's playing through the pain, but he looked okay in warm-ups.
He looked really good in warm-ups. So let's see what happens here. We're second down and 8. I guess he only gave him 2 yards. I thought he had 3, but and this time he'll give it off to, looks like David Benson.
Number 9 made the tackle, but we have a penalty.
And that was Byron Tyson with the tackle with a penalty down in the field. First flag of the evening. Let's see what that is.
Holding on Moline.
Holding against Moline. Now back them up 10 yards, so it'll be second down and 18. Well, 2 straight running plays, so I think they're trying to feel out the defense on the Rock side, and the Rocks are looking good. They are 3-0 coming into this game, the first conference game in the Western Big Six, and Moline stands at 1-2. A couple tough losses though, and that doesn't mean anything, as the coaches are saying, when they come into this game here this evening. So let's see what happens here. A long ways to go now. Second down and 17, I guess is what it'll be called, as we got split wide for the receiver, a 2-back set. Moline will take the pass. He'll give it to Benson, and he is tackled immediately for no gain. And there was a host of Rocks players down there, so we'll give credit to just the whole team on that one.
Well, this is the longest running rivalry in the state of Illinois.
101st meeting. That is just almost incredible for me to believe that. It's for high school, just a great atmosphere here. This stadium can hold about 12,000 people. That's incredible in itself, as Molina once again comes underneath center. And he'll fade back for his first pass of the evening. He's being pressured. It's in and out of the hands of Dave Benson. And that'll bring up fourth down and 17, and the Maroons will have to kick.
Well, Rock Island really put pressure on Molina that time before he got the ball away.
That they did, and that might be something coming up for the rest of the evening. I tell you, Rock Island looks really, really fast out there, as well as being fairly good size. So let's see what happens here as Camilla goes back to punt. Number 22, he'll be kicking it to, well, it's Muscovalian and Dantzler, and the ball comes out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, and it'll be first and 10 for the Rocks.
Well, it was just kind of strange because we've seen good punts in practice by Moline, and there's no wind here right now. And that one was just a little bit shorter than what we saw in practice.
Got a little bit off the side of his foot, and that's all sure. Well, they got a change for quarterback. It's Andy Leatherman, as Youngquist must apparently not going to be able to start. Suffering a slight fracture to his leg, and the first carry for the Rocks up to about the 41-yard line by Maurice Jones, number 26. DeSchmidt on the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7.
So we thought that maybe Marcus Youngquist wasn't going to be able to start, and Andy Leatherman does come in, a junior, 6'1", 165 pounds, as he looks over the defense. And it's given off immediately to Ed Saldana, and he gains absolutely nothing.
Number 44 and 22 made the tackle.
Steve Roberts in there along with Matt Camella, and you're going to see Matt Camella in there all evening long. Number 22, he's a fire plug for the Moline team. He does double duty. He does the punting, he does the kickoffs, he does the receiving. Matt Camella does everything for the Moline team. Well, 3rd and 5 for the Rocks, as Leatherman once again comes underneath center, looks over the defense.
Handoff.
And it's
number
Steve
23.
Burnett, and he gets to the outside. Is he going to have enough for the 1st down? It certainly looks like he does, but there is a flag down on the field, and that 1st down might be all for naught. As making the tackle was Ryan Mann, number 12. Holding against Rock Island, so the 1st down is nullified, and it'll be 3rd down and 15. So each team has made a holding call in a very crucial spot here early in tonight's event. So that certainly changes everything, I think. Now probably the first pass for the Rocks, and let's see what kind of passer Andy Leatherman is. Youngquist was hurt last week as well, so they certainly went on and won another pretty good decisive game. So obviously the kid can throw as well as run with the ball. Well, they must have did it from the spot of the foul, so it's 3rd down and 8 instead of 3rd down and 15. And it was given off to Saldana, and he's only going to pick up a couple yards, so that'll bring down 4th yard, and the Rocks will have to punt, so Moline will get the ball back. DeSchmidt with the tackle.
Well, they're kind of filling each other out here right now. They're not doing anything flashy. They're not putting the ball up.
No, they're not. Well, right now it's early in the game. Why make a mistake that can cost you? These two teams know each other so well. 101st meeting, I guess, even though it's been tons and tons of generations later, certainly each squad knows the other squad pretty well. And timeout on the field. With that, we'll take a short break and be right back with you.
Meyer to punt.
And we're back once again. Meyer to punt. Camilla back deep. The ball snap is fumbled a little bit, but he does get it off. It's kind of a line drive shot. It's going to hit at about the 35-yard line. It's picked up there by Larry Turner, and Larry will bring it up to about the 32-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Maroons from the 32.
Tackle by Bates.
So Larry Turner, first time I've seen him, I don't know if I remember the last game that we did, just that he was in the game. Was he in the game? And
The 33.
so I guess it's at the 33. I guess it's at the 32. So 1st and 10 at the 33 for the Maroons, as Molina once again comes underneath center, looks around, full back house, and it's given off to, well, looks like Turner, number 34, and he may have gotten a yard, maybe didn't get anything.
Well, it looked like he had a hole there, but it closed quickly.
I'm really impressed by how quickly the holes do close. The Rocks are a very, very quick team, and they're good size as well. So kind of fun to watch. Two pretty evenly matched teams right now. Once again, up the center it comes to Turner, and he's going to gain a couple yards, but not too much.
Boy, once again, it looked like he had some room, and it closed real fast.
Very quick on the outside for the Rocks. Byron Tyson on that corner, number 9, is a very quick player, along with Ray Muskie on the other side. They got some good backs in this backfield, and their linebackers are very active as well.
Now we're going to see if Moline's going to pass here.
Well, Molina this time he does fake, runs back the first pass, and comes out to Turner. Turner breaks one tackle, and he's going to be taken down at...
I think he's going to be short.
He's going to be short of the first down at about the 40-yard line. And he's going to be short by about 5 yards. So second punt of the evening for the Maroons.
From the 40-yard line.
So I think John Reedy should go back in the punt formation. Should be the punt, and Muskie Valley and Dancer back deep. And it's a beauty. It comes down at right at the 20-yard line, taken by Muskie Valley. He's up to the 25, to the 6, and to about the 28-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Rocks at the 28-yard line.
First down, Rock Island.
So almost a 40-yard punt. Just this kid's got a good leg on him.
Do you know where Rock Island started their last drive?
They started, if I remember right, at the 32-yard line.
Okay, so just a little bit better on the exchange there that time then.
Well, as Leatherman once again comes up, looks over the defense, and he'll hand off to Maurice Jones, and he is going nowhere, and in fact he'll be dropped for a loss at about the 26, so a 2-yard loss.
Number 65 made the initial disruption there, and then 7 and 9 made the tackle.
Scott Malcolm and Brent Anderson with the tackles, along with Marcus Huditz, and I hope I pronounced that name right. He's a junior, and I'm not exactly sure. Hopefully we can get confirmation of that name for you. Well, second down and 12 for Leatherman as he comes up with Jones going in motion. He'll take the handoff, and he'll gain maybe about, well, looks like he got about a 5-yard gain.
Tackle by Roberts.
And that'll bring up third down and 7. So another long third down. Both teams are having a little problem moving the ball here early in this first quarter with 5:08 to go. As this time, let's see if we're going to get another pass here. Wide set backfield. I don't know what that exactly is called, but we'll call it that. And well, this is going absolutely nowhere as Leatherman is taken down for a loss at the 30-yard line. That brings up fourth down, and they'll have to punt.
65 and 80 made the tackle.
Nick Zeitler, and let's see, it was Huditz again. And we better get him written down so we have that for quick information for all of us. Well, once again, let's see what happens here. As Comella and Turner go back for the punt. Ooh, it's kind of a line drive. This one should be returned. Turner's going to take it. He comes up to about the 40. He's to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, and inside the 45-yard line. Great return by Turner of about 19 yards. So this young man, I'm telling you what, very impressed by Larry Turner as he has gotten the start over McAdams Thornton here this evening and making the best of it. So first and 10 for the Maroons at the Rocks 39-yard line.
Well, there was some good blocking on that special teams unit.
Super good blocking, and it's always great to see in a high school game that the kids are doing what they're taught by their coaches, and two fine coaches we have here tonight as well. Well, Molina once again underneath center. As he looked at kind of a stacked defense, they're waiting for the run, and here comes Joe Goldstone with a fine run, and he may have himself a first down on his first carry of the evening. It's going to be very close to a first down if it is indeed not one. I guess we'll call it second down and very short. Well, we'll have a timeout by the officials for a measurement here I think he's going to be about 6 inches away from a first down. What do you think there?
Well, yeah, I think he's going to be short, but I tell you, that was a nice run by Goldstone. He was a little bit indecisive, and I think that indecisiveness might have cost him a longer run.
Well, it may have, but I think what he was trying to do was wait for his blockers to get out in front of him, and that's a good sign of a good running back. He is a sophomore, and he's a powerful kid, fast once again. If he breaks loose, he's normally gone. So another fine run by Joe Goldstone. And so second down and about 6 inches, as I called it. What eyes, huh? Actually, that was a great guess on my part. Well, I would say this be a great time to go downfield for one of those Sainsbury bombs, but I'm sure that's not going to happen. And it's given off to, it looks like Goldstone, and it looks like Turner, I guess, got the ball, and he picks up a couple yards, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for the Maroons.
Well, that was just a safe play to get that first down.
Oh, absolutely. And that's probably why I'm not a head coach, because I would have probably thrown the bomb trying to go for those big 6 points. Well, the Maroons looking very, very good here on their 3rd possession and threatening to maybe put this one in. Well, the defense shifting around a little bit as well as the offense. Oh, and this could be...
I think it's going to be movement on Moline.
Yep, I'm afraid so, as a couple of the linemen jumped at the same time. And I think the defense might have did a good job of drawing them off there a little bit. So now it'll make it 1st down and 15 for the Maroons. And this is the part of field that you just got to concentrate that much more and not make these kind of mistakes. But they do happen. So that changes things a little bit. I think I'd come right back with a running play to try to fool the defense. I think they're going to be expecting a pass. And let's see what the Maroons will do. Moline will bring him up, and the kid certainly has a strong enough arm to throw it downfield. Looking forward to a possible baseball scholarship with Notre Dame, and that would be great in itself. He looks downfield, and he's, just not enough time to get it off to McAdam Thornton, as Jay McAdam Thornton has come into the game. And he had to get rid of it in just a little bit too fast, and he's really getting hounded out there by the defense.
Well, I think that might have been the case that the receiver stopped.
It kind of looked like he slowed down a little bit too, but I don't know if he expected to get the ball. But now that brings down 3rd down and 15, and this drive is starting to stall, and that's unfortunate for the Maroons, but you never know. Anything can happen right here. But
well, I think if they get about half this yardage, they might be able to kick a field goal with Anderson.
Anderson does have a thunderfoot, and let's see what happens. Well, it's given off to Turner, and once again, Larry Turner, number 34. He'll pick up a couple yards, but that'll bring out a 4th down and a bunch. And this just might be out of the range
I think it
of
is.
young Anderson. He has a great foot, but I don't think his foot is as good as that'd be about a 45-yarder. So they're going to go for it here, Jess, and why not? They're almost inside.
It's only 3rd down.
Oh, it's 3rd down. Excuse me. I got ahead of myself there a little bit. So it's 3rd down and 8. And Molina once again fades back to pass. He's throwing downfield. He's got a man open. It's to Manicky, and he catches it down at the 15-yard line. Great catch by Brian Manicky, number 86. Super catch. He's done it before. He gets up a little bit limping and hurting a little bit, but hey, he's pumped. He'll be back in a super throw, a super catch from Molina to Manicky.
I tell you what, that was excellent blocking by the offensive line that time. You couldn't have asked for anything better. They gave him the time. The receiver was open. Molina got it there.
Absolutely. A 16-yard pass play. Molina to Manicky. Everything clicked. And I think they caught him a little off guard there even. They went downfield deep, and I don't think they were expecting it. Manicky made kind of a hook route, and he got open with a huge area in a zone defense, and he found the hole, and Molina found him, and next thing, it's 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
With a minute and a half left in the 1st quarter.
1:30 left in the first quarter. Molina once again under center. He'll give it off to Turner. Turner down to about the 10, inside the 10, down. Well, he's really driving those legs inside about the 8-yard line. So a fine run, 7 yards by Turner.
I tell you, I think Rock Island was real lucky not to get a face mask. The guy didn't grab it, but he touched it, which would have been a 5-yard penalty. But the referees, I don't think, saw it.
And now in high school football, if I'm not mistaken, if they grab it, or they don't have any 5-yarder, do they? They just have a 15. It is a 5-yard this year?
If they touch it, if they grab it, it's 15.
Okay. Well, second down and 4. I think it was closer to a 7-yard pickup, but we'll say second down and 4. As Turner goes in motion, checked at it, was McAdams Thornton going in motion, and Turner once again with the ball, but no gain, as the Rocks have really stiffened here inside the 10-yard line. And you fully expect them to. The field is certainly cut back by a lot, shortened, and you can't do the things they can do out at the 50-yard line.
Well, with less than 15 seconds left in the quarter, that was probably the last play of the quarter.
I would probably imagine that's going to be, as Molina is certainly in no hurry here to get this play into the huddle and call this one. So, end of the first quarter, it's the Maroons 0, the Rocks 0. And we'll be back after these messages. As we get set to go here once again, with the Maroons threatening a full house backfield as Molina comes underneath center. He'll give off immediately to McAdams Thornton, and he's down to about the 5-yard line.
Jim McAdams, the ball carrier.
And that will bring down 4th and 4. Well, they certainly got a good kicker. And Brent Anderson, number 7, and certainly he does come onto the field. So Brent Anderson will try about, well, Jess, what do you think this is going to be?
Well, let's go 4th and 2 at the
about a 27-yarder, it looks like. As Molina's going to spot the ball. Now that's unusual. Molina usually doesn't spot, so nifty. No, it's up, and it is good. So the Maroons strike first here. In the first seconds of the second quarter, the score, the Maroons 3, the Rocks 0. And with that, we'll take another short break and be back with you. Well, Anderson tees it up. He's getting ready to kick it down to, it looks, Maurice Jones, number 26. He's deep, along with Steve Burnett, number 23. And it comes down to, well, I didn't even see what he came down to, but he's taken down at about the 29-yard line. It was Byron Tyson would take and bring it up to about the 29, it looks like.
That was really strange. You know, the runner was down. Nobody blew a whistle. So consequently, both teams were still out there blocking after the guy went down. And
well, that's what I was kind of wondering.
They were kind of lucky that something didn't start out there, because somebody should have blew that whistle.
Yeah, they were a little bit slow on that. But, well, it's still early in the season as well for the officials, as Leatherman brings them up. And single back, let's see, and it's given off right away to Saldana, and he's taken down right at
number 44 and 22 made the tackle.
Steve Roberts and DeSchmidt once again. I tell you, this DeSchmidt is everywhere here this evening. As Saldana got about a yard, I guess they're saying. So a 1-yard pickup for Ed Saldana. He is their top back. Last week had 2 touchdowns, and so he can get the job done. 2nd down and 9 for the Rocks. As it's given to Maurice Jones, and he's going to bring it up to about the 38-yard line. So a good pickup for Jones as he went around right in, got outside, and he'll pick up a nice pickup of about, I'm guessing, pretty close to the first down area. 8 yards on that one. So 3rd down and 1 for the Rocks here early in the second quarter. 10:04 to go. As once again Jones, and he might be stopped. I'm not sure if he did get the first down. In fact, he didn't. He had to get up to about the 40-yard, and he might have even lost a yard. And that should bring down 4th down and 2, and I think the Rocks are going to have to punt.
Burnett, the ball carrier.
It was Steve Burnett, who's very, very fast, and but, well, I guess they're measuring. I thought he had to get past the 40, but I might have been wrong from my angle. I can't really tell. We're not right on the 50-yard line, so we'll see what happens here. And he's going to be short by about an inch, it looks like. Yes, indeed, short by an inch.
Well, I think they got a good, because it looked like he lost a yard. I mean,
I think he got a good spot. Yeah, I agree with you there. I thought he was down right at the 39. I know his helmet was at the 39, and the ball had to be, well, they're going for it. So Leatherman, is he going to try to draw him offside, or will you give it off to Saldana right away? No, he'll carry it himself, and you'll have the first down. So first down for the Rocks. I don't think there'll be any question about that. I think he broke the 40-yard line.
He crossed the line.
And it'll be first down for the Rocks at the 40. Just outside of the 40-yard line, call it the 41. Officially, I guess that is. Well, now they're putting it right back at the 40, so we'll make it at the 40. As we have a player down on the field. With that, we'll take an injury timeout. We're Family Ties Productions. Hey, I hope you're enjoying the game here this evening. Yeah. As we get set to go here for 1st and 10 for the Rocks, as Maurice Jones went in motion, but it's all for naught, as I think we got a little jumping offside here.
I think Rock Island was motion.
By the Rock in motion, I guess it is.
Illegal procedure against
The injured player was Scott Wendland, and he did get off on his own power, and so I think he'll be just fine. 1st and 15 now for the Rocks is their second penalty of the evening.
Was
on
a
offense.
Perfect night for football here at Almquist Field.
Oh, is this beautiful or what? I mean, high school football, any kind of football for that matter,
And a very nice
this weather.
crowd, very nice crowd.
Good crowd, and they're all circled this beautiful stadium here that we're at. Almquist Field, as Leatherman once again hauls off to Saldana. He'll pick up about 3 yards, maybe 5 yards. He'll get back to about the original line of scrimmage, make it 2nd down and 10 for the Rocks. Now, I can't remember, of course, I got a very short memory, but has the Rock Island team thrown a ball yet tonight? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So they may be tested here as a 2nd down and 10, and but let's see. As they got a knife back formation, and that's going to be given to Maurice Jones. He fumbles, and he'll pick it back up again, and he gets around the corner, and that will be pretty close to a first down for the Rocks. Wow.
The ball bounced right back to him.
Unbelievable. Maurice Jones fumbles it, bounces back up into his hands, and he'll have, well, let's see.
I think they might want to measure again.
Looks like they're going to. It's pretty close down there. I don't know if they had to get right in outside of the 50-yard line. And I can't quite see where the ball is placed. So again, we'll wait for the officials' measurement on this one. As both teams are looking, well, they're looking good right now. Both of them know that they're in for a game. Ed Saldana has 52 carries this year so far with 287 yards. Maurice Jones, 39 carries for 205, as we have short by about 2 inches. So it's 3rd and inches for the Rocks. And just to make things interesting, Steve Burnett with 34 carries for 260 yards. So a well-rounded backfield of runners for the Rocks. Well, Andy Leatherman doing a good job at quarterback for the injured Marcus Youngquist. And so far he hasn't had to throw a pass, but he certainly has done a good job with his fakes and getting the balls to the correct ball carriers, making the right choices and decisions in the mainly wishbone backfield. So 3rd down and 1, I get, and about 2 inches, and did he make it? A quick whistle. I'll tell you what, Steve Burnett, if he would have had another half a second, I think he would have probably been gone on that one. And he did indeed get the 1st down, but that was kind of a quick whistle, wasn't it? So 1st down and 10 for the Rocks at the 47, the Moline's 47-yard line. As we get set once again for Leatherman, looks over the defense, very tightly packed in there. Again, they're looking for the run, and they get it. The 23 of Steve Burnett is hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, driven back for no gain.
That was a counter play that Moline just stopped.
They stopped it very well. Just the whole defensive line, and I think the linebackers and even all the defensive backs were in on that one, so that one went absolutely nowhere. As Matt Lermany comes off of the field for a breather on the defense side for the Maroons. Well, 2nd down and 10, indeed. They didn't get anything on that play. And that's given off to, well, the first pass play is it complete? Yes, complete to the 80. And I don't have his name, so I have to look that up very quickly. He wasn't on my sheet. The catch was Tad Christensen, a senior 6'1", 180 with a beautiful catch.
Well, I believe he got it caught on his defensive man's back and just reached over and grabbed it.
Up to a beautiful pass play. They're inside the 15-yard line down to the 14. So now we know that Leatherman can indeed throw the ball, as once again Steve Burnett with the carry. And the Rocks all of a sudden are coming alive here at about the midway point of the 2nd quarter, getting it down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. And that should be 2nd down and about 4 yards, it looks like. So 6-yard gain on that play, 2nd down and 6. Has given also Saldani immediately, and he's going to pick up a couple yards, and no more than that as he gets inside the 5-yard line.
Well, I think it's going to be about 3rd and 1.
About 3rd and 1 down here inside the 5. So if the Maroons can, well, right at the 5-yard line, it looks like. I guess his helmet was inside the 5.
Well,
not
I think
the
for
football.
Rock Island, we're in 4-down territory.
Absolutely, with the running game that they have, certainly. So the young Andy Leatherman, the junior, I guess he's not so young. He's a seasoned veteran as well, but doing a great job at quarterback. As once again, we're in the wishbone. He looks over to defense, handed off to Saldana immediately, and he'll get inside the 5-yard, down to about the 2-yard line, maybe the 1 for Ed Saldana. And I tell you, he really churns those legs, and that's where you pick up those tough yards. I guess officially it's going to be put down inside the 2. So 1st and goal at the 2-yard line for the Rocks, as they are definitely threatening here at the 5:20 mark of the 2nd quarter. Timeout, Moline, and with that we'll take a short break. We're brought to you tonight by Internet Revealed, your Quad Cities internet provider. Well, what are they going to do here as Andy Leatherman brings him up to the line, looks all around. They're first and goal at the 2-yard, get out to Saldana. He's down inside the 1-yard line, stopped there by a host of Maroons. Led by Steve Roberts, number 44. Well, now where they had the ball placed there, Jess?
They had it over the goal line.
Yeah, that would be a very generous spot. So they caught the error at another timeout, and we'll take another short break. Well, if they're going to be able to stop him, it's going to be a tough one here. Let's see what happens. Can the Maroons stop the Rocks, or are the Rocks going to punch it in? Hand off to Saldana, and he'll score. Is all he needs to break the plane of the goal line, and the Rock Island Rocks go ahead 6-3 here in the second quarter at the 4:59 mark. Well, pretty tough to stop any team when you're inside the 1-yard line at about the 6-inch mark, and they certainly couldn't do it, but a good goal line stand nonetheless by the Maroons.
Number 49 will be trying to take the doing the kick.
It's up, and it is good by Jason Amble, number 49. So the Rocks now lead 7-3 here in the second quarter at the 5-minute mark. As Amble goes back to kick it off, he'll be kicking it back to, well, it's going to be short and let it go out of bounds, and it does. And a flag will fall. They'll stop 1st and 10 at the 40, I think it is.
Well, we were just talking about how they were trying to keep it away from Camilla.
And you certainly don't want to let Matt Camilla get his hands on the ball, because he can be gone in a heartbeat, as he had a 90-yarder a couple weeks ago against Belleville East. And what a run that was. So it's 1st and 10 for the Maroons. Well, let's see what happens here now.
Looks like a
I guess
re-kick.
they're going to re-kick it again. Apparently in high school you don't get it at the 40-yard line. Is that correct? That I don't know. We'll have to find that out sometime.
Legal procedure against Rock Island.
So he'll march it back 5 yards to the 35, and Amble will have to kick it all over again. Jason Amble, number 49. Back to Camilla, number 22 on the right side, and alongside of him is Thomas Irvin, the third, number 20. And they're keeping it on the ground. They are definitely trying to keep it away from Camilla, as Dustin Woods, a linebacker, brings it up to about the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Maroons here at the 4:54 mark here in the second quarter.
Well, Moline has a lot of time. It's 4:54 left in the quarter, so they can put, if they can put something together.
Well, we will certainly find out here in the next couple of minutes as Lamina comes up underneath center. And Goldstone goes into motion, but it's Turner up to about, well, up to about the 46-yard line. So a good run by Turner of about 8 yards. Or maybe it's closer to a first down. He might have got his first down.
Well, that was a real quick opener. Turner hit the hole, and he went right through it quick enough to gain some big yardage.
Second down and about a yard here for the Maroons, as a 9-yard run by Turner. And he's impressed me tonight as a very good runner as well. Jay McAdams Thornton comes in, number 24. He splits, goes into motion. It's given to Turner once again. He'll have that first down, and another about 3 or 4 yard run for him as he gets inside the 50 down to about the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Maroons here. And once again, they're starting to put a drive together. And they've looked good all evening long. It's just that they've stalled when they've gotten down by the goal line. David Smith comes in, number 83, to bring in the play. As we have the wishbone, and now they'll split out wide. Both ends, Manicky and Smith split out wide. And Molina will keep the ball himself, and he'll take it down to about the 45-yard line. And it was open there for a moment, but that quick Rock Island defense closes that in a hurry, and it'll be second down and about 6, it looks like. Now make it second down and 7, I guess, officially. So Molina not worried at all. He's got a slight tear to his ACL, and it's certainly not affecting him here at all this evening, as he gives it off to Turner once again, and Turner will have that first down still. Whoa, and he loses the ball. Are they going to call him down? No, it'll be Rock Island's ball, as Muskie Valley strips Turner of the ball, and he brings it back to about the 45-yard line. So tough break. Turner trying for those extra yards. Well, sometimes you just shouldn't, but yet you can't blame the kid for trying for that extra effort. Muskie Valley with strong hands and ripped it out.
Well, it looks like he just took it away from him.
Yeah, he did. And so tough break for the Maroons, as they were definitely driving, and it gives it back to the Rocks. First down and 10 for them at the 45. At their own 45, as Leatherman again.
Let's see if Rock Island tries to go for that quick score to capitalize on that mistake.
Well, Leatherman definitely can throw the ball, and let's see what happens. Whoa, let's see. It's
a lot of movement.
Flags everywhere on both sides, so I'm not sure how this is going to officially go, but I think it'll probably go against the Rocks as they are marching backwards. So indeed it is. Legal procedure against Rock Island, and they'll be marched back 5 yards. So first and 15 for the Rocks here at the 3:08 mark of the second quarter. Well, they'll come up now to the line. Again, a very tight formation. They definitely don't plan to throw the ball, but I think this was almost the same formation they had on that long pass play the last time. It's given off to Steve Burnett, and he'll bring it up to about the 46-yard line, just past the 45.
And 22 and 12 made the tackle.
It's Camilla and Ryan Mann with the tackle. Camilla number 22, Ryan Mann number 12. As we got a third down and 9 now for the Rocks. Right.
Third and 9 looks
third
like.
And 9. I thought it was second and 9. I guess it was third and 9 because I thought it was a penalty. It is second and 9. Yeah, okay, I was correct. I thought with the penalty it should have been first and 15, and it was. So it's second down and 9 now for the Rocks. And it's pitched out to Maurice Jones, and there's a flag on, and as he breaks loose, is he hammered out about the
but I think the penalty's
42,
against Rock
but
Island.
there's going to be a penalty against Rock Island, and that'll bring back that fine run by Maurice Jones, a holding penalty, and that'll march him back 10 yards.
Holding against Rock Island.
So now that'll make it, well, depends upon where the holding penalty was. It looks at right about the line of scrimmage, so this could be a second down and 19 now for the Rocks, and back to the 32-yard line. So I'm guessing about 19 yards for second down. And now a long way
it
to
almost
go.
looks like about 22 or 23.
Well, let's see. Yeah, well, the 45. Yeah, it is. Second down and 23. So good eyes by Just Medina here. Of course, he has a camera with a zoom lens where we're looking out otherwise, but the second and 23, and this time well, it was a good fake, but it's only going to pick up a couple yards.
Tried to pull off a draw play there.
A good draw play, but it was quickly diagnosed by the Maroons, and they stop it after about a 4-yard gain.
On the tackle.
Malcolm into Schmidt with the tackle. I guess it only was a 1-yard gain, so third down now and 22. And I tell you what, if I was the Rock Island team right now, I'd take it kind of easy. Try to get what you can. If you get lucky, you get a first down. If not, because they are in an area where a mistake can cost them a touchdown. As Burnett goes in motion, give it off to Saldana, and they did play it safe. He's up over the 40-yard line, but way short of the first down, and that'll bring up fourth and about 19 for the Rocks, as Camilla and Turner once again will go back into punt to receive back, and the punter should be Jason Amble.
McAdams and Camilla deep.
It's Larry Turner, number 34, back deep along with Camilla as Amble punts it away. It's kind of an end-over-end kick. It's coming down at about the 30-yard line, taken by Camilla. Let's see what happens here. As again, the kid is fast. He's up to past the 40-yard line, up to about the 43. So about a 13-yard return on about a 30-yard punt. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Maroons at the 43-yard line. Well, Muscovally with the tackle on that one with 51 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Well, we're going to see if Moline's going to take a knee or whether Moline is going to put it up in the air. He looked pretty good passing on pregame.
You got to throw her downtown. You just got to here in this instance. If nothing else, Molina can throw it so fast it'd be as good as a punt. So let's see what happens here. Shotgun. He's ready to pass. Kind of a low snap. And Molina's going to be in trouble, but it's completed. No, now it's dropped. And probably just as well. And we got a flag down here, roughing the passer by the Rocks. And that is something that the coach is not going to be very happy about. As the big guy, number 74, Scott Winland, all 6'5", 255 pounds of them, kind of roughed up Molina a little bit, and that should be a first down for the Maroons. As they'll march it off. Let's see. It is a personal foul, roughing the passer. That's a 15-yard penalty, and now the ball is inside. Well, about the 41-yard line of the Rock Island Rocks.
Well, two things. If Moline can get it down even reasonably close for Anderson, he gets another shot at a field goal.
Certainly, Thunderfoot can kick it through the goalpost. I kind of nicknamed him that. Maybe I should, but quite a leg that young man has. As Molina's under a big rush and overthrown to Goldstone.
You know, that's the second time tonight we've seen the receiver stop.
Yes, it was, and that was surprising. Goldstone kind of waited for the ball. You can't wait for the ball. You got to keep going. I think what he was trying to do, Jess, was split the zone in that area, get into an open area. He stopped in that area, but Molina was expecting him to go farther downfield.
And he was wide open. Wide open.
And he was really wide open. So it's 2nd down and 10 with 41 seconds left. Still plenty of time to get some points on the board, but the guy can't make any more of those incompletions. They got to get her downfield as McAdams Thornton splits out wide along with Smith and Manicky. Another low snap as Molina throws to, well, looks like
number 24.
It was McAdams Thornton with the catch. After about, it should be a 1st down and 10 for the Maroons.
That was a nice quick out pass.
Down at about the 29-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. Well, check that. 31-yard line, it looks okay now that they have spotted it. I couldn't tell when he went out of bounds exactly where he was. So 1st and 10, 36 seconds left. And the Maroons are marching. Molina once again in a shotgun formation, a low snap again, so they're going to have to work on that, maybe even at halftime. As the ball's up in the air, it's going down to Manicky, and it's going to be intercepted by Muskie Valley. Muskie Valley will bring it back to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. A flag goes down. He fumbles, but he'll pick up his own fumble, but a flag is down, and that's probably going to be the first half here. Tough break as Molina is going uptown, but just not quite enough on the ball. I don't know if that leg, the knee injury, has anything to do with it or not, but threw it short, and this Muskie Valley is very impressive here in this first half as a defensive back.
Well, let's see what the penalty is. It's probably a clipping.
So the ball's sitting at about the 21-yard line, and most likely a clip, as that normally occurs. And the ball will be marched back. Well, they're down to about the 10-yard line already, at about the 10-yard line. From the 10-yard line, and I can almost guarantee you that Coach Boblet is going to tell his young people to kneel on it. We're going in halftime with a 7-3 lead.
And that was a clip.
So Leatherman comes up there very tightly for him. I think he's just going to kneel down, and it'll be the first half. Indeed he does. And with 16 seconds left here in the first half, it's been a good one with the Rock Island Rocks with a 7-3 lead over the Maroon. And that'll do it for the first half with the Rock Island Rocks leading it 7-3 over the Moline Maroons. We're at halftime, and we'll be back after these messages. As we get set to go for the start of the second half, the Maroons kicking off. It'll be back deep. Maurice Jones, number 26, waiting for the kickoff from Young Anderson, and we're off. A kind of a short kick. It'll be taken by the up man, Ed Saldana, and he'll bring it back up past the 36 to the 37-yard line. And a big hit there as we get the second half underway. Taken down there by number 52, and that was Tom Bowman, and what a hit he put on him. So 1st and 10 for the Rocks here with Andy Leatherman bringing them up to the line for the first play of the second half. First and 10 at the 37-yard line with a little delay here for a fresh football, looks like. Got one of the split wing offense here as Leatherman looks over the defense. And it's going to give in to Saldana, and he'll take it up past the 40 to about the 41. Or I guess it was Maurice Jones with the carry. I just take it for granted that every time he goes up the middle, it must be Ed Saldana, but it was Maurice Jones on that carry. Make it the 2nd down and 6 here early in the third quarter, 11:33 mark. With our matchup between the Rock Island Rocks and the Moline Maroons. Again, it's given to Saldana, and he'll take the up man, and he picks up about a yard or two, call it 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4 as DeSchmidt and Anderson make the tackles. So again, the Rocks start out with that blasted up the middle, try to wear down that defense a little bit, soften them up. And they did that the first half, couple of series, and then they went for the big pass play. So let's see what happens here at 3rd and 4 as Leatherman looks over the defense again. And it's Burnett going in motion. It's given off to Steve Burnett, and he'll bring it around pretty close to a 1st down.
That was too bad. There was a defensive man from Moline that just passed him right by when he got the ball handed off to him.
Sometimes it's just quickness on the part of the defensive back too. I guess that was Maurice Jones with that carry. It is a 1st down. You're going for one spot, and the guy just happens not to be there. So 1st and 10 inside the 45 at about the 43, or up at about the 48-yard line for Leatherman, as again Burnett goes in motion, given to Burnett, and he'll take it past the 50 down to about the 45.
And I think we have an injury.
We have an injury down on the field, and it might be DeSchmidt with the injury. Wayne DeSchmidt is the injured player, and he's had a great game. So with that, we'll take a short break and come back and let you know how this young man is. So we get ready to go. DeSchmidt is just fine as he got up off of the playing field and went off under his own power. As Burnett goes into motion, it's given off to Saldana again, and he'll pick up maybe a couple yards. Call it third down and about 4, I guess they're going to call it here officially. Third down and 2, it looks like now. So I guess I was correct the first time that I called it. The scoreboard isn't as quick as I thought it would be. Anyway, third down and 2 here for the Rocks as they come up to the ball. Ball sitting at about the 43-yard line. And it's, well, let's see, I guess Saldana got a straight plunge up the middle. And is he going to get it or not? I can't see where they spotted the ball just yet.
I think he got it.
Well, let's see. They're calling it fourth down right now. They're bringing in the chains again. So third time this evening for the chains to come out on the field. So that's some pretty good hits by both defensive squads. It is officials timeout here for a measurement. And it is a first down for the Rocks, right just short of the 40-yard line. So inside 9 minutes in the third quarter, with the Rocks leading it 7-3 and marching on their first series here in the third quarter. Burnett goes into motion. It'll be handed off to Burnett, and he's going to be stopped after about a 1-yard gain.
Zeitler on the tackle.
Nick Zeitler, number 80, with the tackle on Steve Burnett, number 23. So second down and 9 after a 1-yard gain. And it's a good time as any for the defense to start stiffening up. Well, Jones goes into motion, but it's going to be given to Burnett, and he's going to be taken for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. And maybe a loss of a couple yards.
Roberts and Anderson.
Well, this will certainly be a good time for Moline to make a defensive stand.
Absolutely. Brent Anderson with the stop, and a good stop it was indeed, as you get the Rock Island Rocks rolling, and that was kind of a play on words, I guess, but they're kind of hard to stop them. But it's been a great game up to this point. Let's see what happens here. 3rd and 10. Leatherman comes underneath the ball. Burnett goes into motion. It's a short pass. It's going to be intercepted. Oh, intercepted and then dropped.
Number 44.
By Steve Roberts, number 44. He had a gimme. Yeah, but still a great defensive play nonetheless, and that'll bring up a 4th down for the Rocks, and I think they're going to have to punt it. Let's see. Well, so far,
I tell you what, that was a good defensive play, and as a coach, you like to tell your players that when it's time to pass, put the hands up.
Absolutely. Jason Ambo comes in to punt it away, and he'll be kicking down to Turner and Camilla. The punt is underway. It's a pretty good one. Well, a little bit short. It'll be taken by Turner. He'll take it at the 10 and be brought down there at about the 15. So 1st and 10 for the Maroon at about their own 15-yard line. Tyson and Boblet with the tackle.
Well, that was a good defensive stand by the Moline Maroons, and the last thing Moline wanted right now is Rock Island to come back to start the second half by scoring.
And that would have been disastrous. I think right now they've been in the game. What they can afford to do is give up an easy tackle, or an easy touchdown, or even a long, hard-fought one at this stage of the game. Molina comes underneath center. First series of the second half for the Maroon, and it'll be given off to, well, I think it's going to be Joe Goldstone, number 30.
Brought down by Amble.
Number 43.
Oh, check that. It was David Benson with the carry, the fullback. the big fullback, as he gets his second carry of the evening, and he brings it up to about the 20-yard line. So it's second down and 6, I guess, just up to the 19, not quite the 20-yard line. Second down and 6 for the Maroons at the 6:46 mark of the third quarter. And it's a fumble, and who's going to get it? Looks like the Rock Island Rocks.
Number 35.
We recover it. And unbelievable, exactly what we were just talking about couldn't happen, did happen. And it did. And so a turnover here early in this third period, and the Rocks have great field position inside the 20-yard line.
Well, just inside the 20.
So first and 10 for the Rocks as Leatherman brings them up. He gives it off to Burnett, and he's going to get a couple and no more as he takes it down to about the 16-yard line.
Inside the 15.
Well, check it. I guess he got a few more than I thought he did inside the 15-yard line. So about a 5-yard gain, make it second down and 5. Inside the 15-yard line, call it the 14. Steve Burnett, very quick feet, and follows his blockers very well. So Leatherman once again taking over for Marcus Youngquist, who has a fractured leg, and doing a great job as it's given off to Burnett, and he breaks it outside to the 5. Touchdown! Maurice Jones with the carry, and he wasn't going to be denied, and boy is he fast. A 15-yard scramble into the end zone for Maurice Jones. So that's that quickly. A mistake, and the Rocks take full advantage of it and score here at the 5:50 mark, making it 13-3. And now they'll try for that extra point with Amble coming up to try to pump it through. Leatherman will place it down. It's a good snap. Ball is up, and it is good. So it's 14-3 in favor of the Rock Island Rocks over the Moline Maroons here at the 5:50 mark of the third quarter.
Covered 19 yards. Get him, Steve.
As we get set to kick it off here, with Amble giving on, he'll keep it on the ground, kicking it short, and it'll come down to, well, looks like Turner. It might be Turner with the ball. And it is number 34, and that is
On the return.
Larry Turner.
Brought down by Maurice Jones and John Gunner.
Maurice Jones and John Gunter with the tackles. And it'll be first and 10 at the 30. So mistakes kill you. It certainly did in this instance. And now the Maroon have a long way to go. So let's see what Jay Molina can do here. Can he bring his team back from this deficit as Goldstone goes into motion? And that play goes absolutely nowhere as a host
Hit by Chris Tuttle.
of Rocks stop him right there. That was Jay McAdams Thornton, number 24, with the carry. So second down, let's call it 10 here. I don't think he got any yardage at all. And certainly not the time to be playing a conservative as they have to kind of stretch it out here a little bit. I think a little bit more passing just to open up that middle, because they sure are stuffing that inside as the linebackers are in tight waiting for that run to happen. Molina gives off to, looks like once again 34 Larry Turner, and he's stopped by Jason Amble, number 49, along with Scott Winland, number 74. So third down and 9 for the Maroons, and this series so far hasn't produced a thing.
Well, it's a passing down, and Moline's going to have to block well for Molina to get it off.
And I tell you, they're going to pin their ears back and they're going to come hard. But they do have both Smith and Manicky split out wide, so that spreads the defense a little bit. Molina does drop back. He looks downfield. Here comes the pass. The man's open and intercepted by Muskie Valley. No, check that.
Number 35.
Jaime Garcia, number 35, with the interception. So mistake number 2 of the second half. And that could spell doom for the Maroons. So it'll be 1st and 10 at about, it looks like the 41-yard line. Well, check that, 44-yard line. As it was actually, the man was wide open on foot, and Garcia made a great break on the ball to pick up that second interception. Ooh, and I'll tell you what, everybody I think up here said ooh on that one as Burnett got clobbered. Steve Roberts really nailed him, number 44. One of the toughest hits all evening long. You can see his legs, knees just buckle on that one. So
Well, under 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
So time is running down here quickly in the third quarter, and for that matter, time running out for the Maroons, as the defense is still playing extremely well, but they can't stay out there if the offense keeps making mistakes. Leatherman comes up again, hands it off immediately to Saldana. He'll pick up a couple, and then he's brought down there immediately. Wayne DeSchmidt back into the game, and he has been everywhere this evening. He was injured a little bit for 1 or 2 plays, and he came right back in after that. And he's been a stalwart here this whole game long. So let's see, 3rd down and 7 for the Rocks as Leatherman looks over the field, and he'll pitch it out to, it's Maurice Jones again, and this guy's got a set of wheels on him. He gets down to about the 31-yard line, and that might be enough. Well, I think it will be enough for a 1st down.
Well, that quick pitch to the outside has worked for Rock Island well tonight.
And they got very speedy halfbacks, and that's what you need for that pitch out, and one little block, and you can be gone. So 1st down for the Rocks here, and some of the Moline faithful are getting a little anxious over here on this side. As you can hear some, well, should we call them boos or not? I don't know if we want to call them boos or not. Just hoping that the Maroons can come back here in this game. And it's Maurice Jones went in. He makes the corner, but he's going to be brought down, and a touchdown saving tackle by Matt Comella, number 22.
And that was the same play that he ran the touchdown on.
And that time Comella wasn't going to be fooled, and probably about the same speed between these two youngsters. And he did definitely save a touchdown. At the 20 now, another 1st down for the Rocks, as Maurice Jones picks up another 1st down. So 1st and 10 at the 20, and the defense once again has to stiffen up as man comes over to the left-hand side, cornerback. But it's given to Saldana, and Saldana will get about 2 yards, maybe 3 yards on that play.
DeSchmidt again.
DeSchmidt once again with the tackle. And he's been everywhere tonight as well. Young DeSchmidt. And Wayne, number 73. I guess we weren't getting his number out there. We better get that for him so everybody knows who he is. So 2nd down and 7 for the Rocks at about the 17. It's given off to Saldana again. He breaks off a 1 tackler, but he'll be stopped at about the 15. Zeitler and DeSchmidt with the tackle. Ball placed at about the 15-yard line. As Leatherman quickly goes over to the sideline, check with Coach Poplett. For a play, comes in, tells the rest of them about it. They'll come up to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what happens here. Into an I-back formation. And I guess it was given to Saldana again, and he'll pick up maybe a couple yards on that play as well. So a quick hitter, and sometimes it'll open it up, but the Maroons were there to stop them. And it'll make it 4th down and 4.
And that might be the last play of the third quarter.
With 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Inside now 10 seconds, and I think the Rocks are going to wait. And so the third quarter will come to an end with the Rocks leading it 14-3 over the Maroons. Well, first play of the fourth quarter, the ball at about the 13-yard line as Leatherman brings him up to the line. And if they're going to stop him, this is where they're going to have to stop now. Maurice Jones gets it. Oh, he's taking a hard hit by Ryan Mann, number 12, and he's dropped at the 10.
But he got a first down.
But he did pick up the, well, let's see now. Yeah, it looks like he is going to get the first down, but just barely, as possibly his spot wasn't as good. I thought he got inside the 10-yard line, but apparently the officials saw otherwise, and this should be a pretty quick one as the chains were dressed right next to it. Well, he's going to be short.
He's going to be short.
Oh, unbelievable, and a turnover.
I thought he had made
on
it.
Downs.
Well,
unbelievable, as I truly thought just that he got inside the 10-yard line when he flipped and came through the air, but
I thought he did too.
I
thought the ball had definitely crossed that plane, but
a good break for the Maroons, and they certainly needed a break here in the fourth quarter, and we are early into the fourth quarter at the 11:53 mark.
That's right. Now let's see what they can do with it.
And see what Jay Molina and company can do here. With the chances running out, and they're going to have to score quickly here to try to get back in this game. Is given off to Goldstone. He'll bring it past the 10-yard line and up to about the 14 to make it 2nd down and 6. So I'm not sure right now. I guess, well, I just don't know what you can do down here. You got to be careful. You can't be throwing the ball up carelessly either. So you got to get out to about that 30-yard line or 35 to make it safe enough to start throwing that thing up in the air. 2nd down and 6 for Molina. As again, he'll give it off to Goldstone. Goldstone gets past the 16-yard line. They're up to about the 16-yard line where he's brought down there by Amble and Erickson.
Makes it 3rd down. 5 to go.
3rd down and 5. They're going to call it. I guess the 21 is the official first down yardage marker. So 5 yards here, and they have to have this one. Molina fakes off. He goes around and looking downfield. Here comes the pass. Oh, this one's going to be picked off again by
35.
And that is, once again, Jaime Garcia with his 2nd pick. And that was an ill-advised pass by Jay Molina. Normally he doesn't do that. But this time, just trying to make something happen. And it's not going to happen that way. So the Maroons turn it over deep inside their own territory at the 17-yard line.
Jaime Garcia with an interception again.
So interception number 2 for Jaime Garcia. And I didn't even have him on the official starting list here this evening, so young man is really making the most of his start. Well, right at the 20-yard line, Leatherman and company come up. They're in a wishbone backfield. And it's given off to Saldana, and he gets inside the 20 at about the 18. Brought down there by Zeitler. And I think Steve Roberts. So 2nd down and 8, and the big turnover by the Maroons, and it might be Katie by the door, unless something they can turn it back over to the Maroons, or the Maroons can force the Rocks to turn it back over. There's a pass, a quick pass, and is it going to be completed or not?
Yeah.
I guess they'll call it a catch. Caught by the 89 of Justin Cook, and his first reception of the evening. And it'll be pretty close to a first down, about 2 yards short. Make it 3rd down and 2. Well, the unexpected, they caught him again, not expecting a pass. And I'm very impressed by the play calls. When they do pass, they seem to complete every one of them. Brent Anderson comes off the field to take a breather. Leatherman gives off to Saldana again, and he's going to score. Just that quickly. Ed Saldana with his first touchdown of the evening, making it 20-3 in favor of the Rock Island Rocks. Wow, did that hole open up. So it's 20-3 in favor of the Rocks. They'll try for the extra point. Ambo coming on to attempt it. It'll be held by Leatherman. Ball's down, it's up, and this is going to be, well, is it? Just barely. That might have been the slowest extra point kick in history, as that ball went kind of flopping up in the air there like a sick balloon, but you came down inside those 2 posts, and that'll make it 21-3 here with at the 9:13 mark. Well, as we get set for the kickoff here, Amble to kick it away, and Turner is kind of up a little bit close, waiting for that short kickoff. Let's see what happens here, and he's going to get the ball. This could make a difference, as this kid can really run, and he might break it free. He's up to the 50, and he'll be taken down there. So a good coaching decision by the Maroons, and it paid off, as Turner, Larry Turner, was a short man, and he about a 20-yard return on that one. So a long way to go and a lot of points to make up. 3 turnovers in this game, and normally that's 3 turnovers too many, especially against this Rock Island team. So Jay Molina once again comes out with the play, and let's see what happens here. 1st and 10 at about the 49-yard line. And it's given off to Turner, and I tell you, he's been the workhorse here this evening. He's down to the 40 for about a 9-yard pickup. So these kids certainly haven't given up by any stretch of the imagination, and that just says bundles about the coaches on the Moline side, not letting their kids get down. Hey, they made some mistakes, but they're not going to give up at all. So 2nd down and 4, I guess it was about a 6-yard pickup on that one. He didn't get down there quite as far as I thought he had. And that's given off to, it looks like Goldstone. Goldstone down to about the 40-yard line. And he'll getting pretty close to that 1st down yardage. 3rd and 1 to go for Molina and company, as David Smith brings the play in, number 83. So I expect Smith and Manicky to split out wide, and just as I say that, of course, Manicky lines up on the tight side, and Adams Thornton splits out wide and given again to Goldstone, or Turner, I guess it's Turner, got the ball, and he will get the first down. So first down and 10 for the Maroons.
Ball at the 38-yard line.
Ball sitting at the 38-yard line now with 7:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. Well, it's been a good one except for the mistakes that the Maroons have made. But let's see on pride alone if they can't punch in another one here. Molina drops back. He looks downfield, comes out to the right side, and it's thrown and almost intercepted again by Josh Matters. So I'm not exactly sure what Jay is looking at downfield, but apparently he's not seeing those bright red and gold uniforms here this evening.
Well, he had lots of time on that one.
Sometimes maybe too much time, and he might have thought maybe I should run it, and that little hesitation, and that's all I can take a little bit off the ball, and mistakes like that can be made. So now it brings up second down and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Maroons, as time is running out here for the Moline team. And it's going to be, ooh.
Number 22 blocked it.
Boy, Goldstone almost had it, and up comes Deshaun Dantzler, and he really put a hit not only on the ball, but on Goldstone as well. So that brings up now a crucial third down and 10 for the Maroons. And, well, what do you do here, Jess?
Pass.
Pass, pretty logical thing to do. And they're going to pin their ears back, mean the Rocks, and they're going to come full bore to try to get pinned down that number 11 of Jay Molina. As Manicky comes out to the far side, and Molina will drop back. They're coming hard, and Molina's going to take it on his own, and he'll be brought down at the 40 for no gain, and that might have hurt his knee again, Jess.
No, he's okay.
It looks like he's getting back up. I guess just frustration.
That was frustration.
There. Well, that's at least if anything has happened, that's a good sign, because we certainly didn't want to see him get that knee injured any more than it was. And that will bring up a fourth down, and they have no other choice but to go for it.
Yeah, under 7 minutes left in the game. They need to make something happen.
But the problem here is that the defense knows that that's exactly what they're going to have to do. They're going to be laying back. They'll probably be in zone coverage, it looks like. Well, let's see here if they have any motion at all. We'll be able to tell if they're in zone or not. And nobody was in motion, so Molina goes back. He'll throw it out. A man all wide open. Oh, it's caught. And then they're driven out of bounds.
Number 82.
It looks like number 82, which is David Ryan. So David Ryan with a nice catch, and hammered out there by Garcia, number 35. So first and 10. And I tell you,
that was a good play by Molina and Ryan.
Just outside the 25.
Except if I was Ryan, I think I would have stepped out of bounds a little quicker before I got hit.
Yeah, and he got hit. He got hammered, is what he did. So David Ryan with his first catch of the evening, and he got open in a hurry. As he'll split, well, he'll come to the inside now to make sure that formation is legal. Molina again looking at it, and he's going to give it to Goldstone. Or take that Turner, and Turner's down to about the 15-yard line, taken down there by
number 9.
Byron Tyson, number 9, and Amble, number 49.
Another Moline first down.
So another first down, so a 10-yard gain as they caught the Rocks a little bit off at the 14-yard line. And again, I think I said it a little bit earlier, but for pride, they need to punch this one into the end zone. And actually, still plenty of time. This game, I've seen stranger things happen than this. They're only down by 18, and they'll give him to Turner again, and he might pick up a couple that time. Ooh, pretty close to a piling on there as a couple guys came in, or late hit. A couple guys came in just a little bit late, but nothing was called. So second down, it looks like 8 yards, but I'm not exactly sure. Well, they're saying he didn't gain anything, so now it is second down and 8. Again, the scoreboard just a tad bit slower than we are up here. As David Smith splits out wide along with McAdams Thornton, number 24, and it's given to Turner again, and he'll take it down to about
Inside the 10.
about the 7-yard line, it looks like. Amble with the tackle, and not only is he their kicker, he's a good linebacker as well. Jason Amble, number 49. Manicky comes back in with the play, giving it to Molina. Third down and 4 at about the 7-yard line for the Maroons. And Molina will go back. He is going to throw it up in the air. It's coming down to, McAdams Thornton right through his hands. It might have been just a little bit too high for him. And incomplete. So bringing down 4th and 4. Last try, maybe you could say, for the Maroons here this evening. As they're right down there at the 7-yard line. Let's see what the coach has in store for him here. And it'll be brought in by number 83, David Smith. So 4th and 4, last gaps, maybe. Let's see what happens. Molina just takes it in and out of the hands, and I tell you, Muskie Valley was pretty close to an interference call. But
yeah, I'm not so sure there shouldn't have been a penalty on that.
I think it may probably, he was grabbing him before he even got the ball and twisting him around, but no
like he had him
call.
wrapped up.
And it'll be 4th down, turnover, going back to the Rocks. So at the 4:32 mark, that might have been it. I think if the Rock Island Rocks can get one first down, they might be able to just get this game over with.
Well, if Dandy Don was here, it would be turn out the lights, the party's over.
Exactly, Jess. Leatherman once again comes underneath center, looks over the field, and they're not going to do anything foolish at all here. And, well, as soon as I say that, what they do? They go offside. So I'm not exactly sure who jumped, but apparently somebody jumped. And
illegal procedure against Rock Island.
And that'll march them back half the distance to the goal, about at the 3, maybe the 4-yard line. So they got to be careful down here, because if they fumble, well, the Maroons can at least get one more shot at it.
Well, while we have a little bit of time, I want to thank the athletic director here at Rock Island High School, Bob Swanson, his staff from Moline High School, Coach Dan McGuire, Todd Rosenthal, athletic director at Moline, who I've seen earlier.
Steve Burnett, the ball carrier.
Without their help, we couldn't do this.
Oh, absolutely.
And it looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 11.
11.
Well, we also got to thank Bruce Baker, a scout for the Quincy team, as he's been kind of spotting for me. He's been a big help, so thank you, Bruce, for helping us out here this evening. Well, another great hit, I'll tell you what. By Dustin Woods, as he really hammered. It looks like Maurice Jones, and Maurice Jones gets up limping a little bit, so he felt that one.
Steve Roberts on the tackle.
Well, I don't know why he shouldn't, because I did.
Yeah, we felt it all the way up here. So that'll make it 3rd down and 9 for the Rocks, as time is starting to really run down. 3:21 left here in the 4th quarter. It's been a great game between these two teams, 101st meeting, and it's been a good one overall. They'll be very cautious with this one. And again, Burnett will get the ball. He gets just a couple, and he'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have to punt it away.
Yeah, we have under 3 minutes left in the ball game.
Well, for a high school stadium as well, I mean, I got to say this is one of the prettiest I've ever been to. And I've been to a lot of them up in Wisconsin where I'm from, Jess, and this is one of the prettiest I've seen.
Well, I always tell people that here in the Quad Cities we're real lucky because we have a lot of nice facilities.
Absolutely. So Jason Amble will go back to punt it away. And back deep. Well, he'll kick it away from him. It'll come down at just...
Looks like it'll be inside the 35, about 33.
At about the 33-yard line. So good field position for the Maroons. And, well, let's punch it into the end zone just to make it fun. So first down and 10 at the 33 for the Maroons here with 2:19 left on the clock. As there is a timeout on the field. With that, we'll take a break and be back with the conclusion of tonight's game. Also, I'd like to thank once again the Quad City Sports Connection, your monthly news publication, for being one of our sponsors here this evening, along with Internet Revealed, your Quad Cities internet provider. As Moline will take the hike, he'll give it out to Turner, and Turner's going to be stopped almost immediately at about the 33. So possibly no gain at all. As Garcia wasn't a starter, but I tell you, he has been everywhere here this evening. 2 interceptions, and Josh Matter as well, number 46, in on that tackle.
It's time to think about that player of the game, and I tell you what, I think Garcia is certainly in the running for that.
Well, he is the one that has really turned this game around for the Rocks. They were kind of complacent there, and after his first interception, they came alive, and after his second one, it was all over. So we'll give the player of the game to Jaime Garcia of the Rock Island Rocks. Molina goes back. Oh, nice step up into it. He's going to take off with it. He'll be down to about the 23-yard line. And that should be, well, pretty close to a first down. On 3rd down and 10, the way it was. We're at the 1:16 mark now. And it is a first down indeed at about the 23. So 23 yards to go to try to punch it in here for one last score for the Maroons. As they're quickly in and out of the huddle. As David Benson is the only back now, and Molina in to the shotgun, and he's running for his life right now. Still looks downfield. He fires, and he fires out of bounds. And now in high school, I don't know if that's intentional grounding or not, but I guess it isn't. He was outside of that 5-yard limit. And good thing to throw it away instead of throwing it into coverage and getting it picked off again.
I didn't see the end of that play, but number 46 from Rock Island evidently was having some words with Molina. I don't know what that was about. And
he was probably saying how you doing, you know, and it's been fun here tonight.
Well, coach is taking him out.
Yeah, certainly at this point in the game.
That's a good move.
Yeah, certainly at this point in the game, you don't need to have any heated words between the players. It doesn't do you any good. They played a great game, both squads, and you don't really need any of that. So good thing for the coach to take him out of the game. So Molina, well, it dribbles back to him. He looks downfield. He passes it, and it's going to be caught, and we're going to have a touchdown by Joe Goldstone. And I'll tell you what, that's going to make the squad plenty happy. Even though it's not going to win them the game, hey, that really shows some heart on the side of the Moline Maroons. Joe Goldstone.
And when he caught it, he got hit.
He got hammered immediately. So a great pass by Molina to Goldstone for a score here with 1 minute left here in the game. So they'll go for 2 points as Comella comes in with the the play. And they certainly haven't given up by any means. I can remember some 3 touchdowns being scored with 1 minute left to play in some professional games. It certainly can happen here in high school. So full backfield as Molina comes up to the line. He'll look over and he'll give it to Camella, and I guess it was Turner, and he didn't make it. So the score will be 21-9 in favor of the Rocks. As Anderson, I think, is going to be an onside kick, and you can bet on that one. And here it comes down. It has to go 10 yards, and it gets that big bounce, but it's going to be taken there.
Onside kick by Anderson.
Well, I don't think that's quite what Anderson wanted to do. He wanted to make it more of an angle. Got a little bit too much foot on it.
A little bit too much foot, and fielded by Cook, and he was taken down there immediately. And I would probably imagine that they're just going to kneel down on these 3, and that'll be the ball game. It's been a very entertaining game. Unfortunately, the Moline Maroons are going to come up on the short side of this one. Unless, of course, you just never know. So Leatherman and everybody's packed in kind of tight. Well, they may try to run one play. Let's see what happens. And they will run it. Saldana with the carry. He's brought down right away. DeSchmidt once again. As far as a defensive player of the game, I'd have to give it to that young man because he has really done a job all evening long.
And he got hurt earlier in the game, sucked it up, and came back. He's played a very good game.
There's a lot of players tonight that could get that player of the game. He just happens to be another one. But our player of the game did go to, the internet revealed player of the game did go to Jaime Garcia of the Rock Island Rocks. So with 22 seconds left now on the clock, and it is running, they're going to kneel down, and this is a ball game. So the Rock Island Rocks will go up 4-0 here in the season. The Moline Maroons will fall to 1-3. Well, it's been a good contest here, Jess. Just three turnovers, and you can't do it and still continue to win. Well, with that, thanks once again, folks, for being with us here this evening. I hope you've enjoyed this game between the Moline Maroons and the Rock Island Rocks. This is Jim Sainsbury along with Jess Medina. Hey, thanks. We'll see you again. So long.